Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for this training on subgranting opportunities available via the Arts Commission from the National Endowment for the Arts. We're delighted to be able to extend this opportunity to our organizations across Northwest Ohio's 15-county region. We'll be talking more about the guidelines associated with eligibility as we go through this process today. We also want to say a thanks to the Ohio Arts Council for their continuing support of our arts and cultural sector in Northwest Ohio as well. Just to get started, my name is Jennifer Jarrett. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the Arts Commission. I am a white woman. I am coming to you from our offices here in downtown Toledo on the Toledo Museum of Art campus, and I'm really glad you took the time to join us today. I'm joined today by two other Arts Commission staff members who will be going through this process with us today. And I'm going to pass this over to Andrea to get us started.
Hello, my name is Andrea Price. I'm the Artist Services Manager at the Toledo Arts Commission. I am working from home. And so I am a Black woman with microlocks, and I am wearing a blue dress. I will pass it over to Lindsay to talk more about this program.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Akins. I am the Creative Placemaking and Subgranting Manager at the Arts Commission. I'm a white woman with glasses and medium brown hair, and I am working from my home office today. And behind me, you can see various pieces of art that I've collected. I'm happy to share details on the guidelines surrounding this award from the National Endowment for the Arts to help the arts and cultural sector recover from the pandemic. These funds will be granted out to save jobs and to fund operations in arts and culture sectors, which have been the first to close and the last to open as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. A bit about the Arts Commission. We're a nonprofit founded in 1959 and is the longest standing arts commission in the state of Ohio. We serve youth, artists, arts organizations, and the general public. Since 1977, the Arts Commission has managed the City of Toledo's 1% for Art program, the first in the state of Ohio. I would also like to share our inclusion, diversity, equity, and access statement. It is fundamentally important to our work at the Arts Commission. Our aim is to provide access and opportunity to art and culture for all in our community. It is our committed practice to stand alongside, listen, and act based upon community needs. We have a responsibility to advocate for inclusion, diversity, equity, and access. The Arts Commission will continue to deepen this practice as we move into the future. The Arts Commission believes that the arts can provide the space to foster conversations that bring us together. The arts have long stood in the gap as a bridge between cultures. They have served as a place to support healing, as well as a place to develop and exchange compassion. We trust the arts in this role. By embracing our differences and celebrating our similarities, we build a more vibrant, just, and inclusive society. So to get into details, the subgrants to organizations will be carried out on an application basis through grants totaling $350,000 to eligible nonprofit arts and cultural organizations located within the 15-county region of Northwest Ohio. Applicants can be arts organizations, local arts agencies, art services organizations, local education agencies such as a school district, and other organizations that can help advance the NEA's goals. Eligible organizations include nonprofit organizations with the primary arts and culture mission. These organizations will also have a history of arts and cultural programming in Northwest Ohio prior to December 31st, 2020. And the 15 counties that are included in the eligible radius of Northwest Ohio are Lucas, Defiance, Paulding, Van Wert, Erie, Huron, Ottawa, Sandusky, Seneca, Hancock, Wood, Fulton, Putnam, Allen, and Williams. Organizations, in order to be eligible, they must have satisfactorily completed required reporting related to 2021 funding that they may have received through the Toledo-Lucas County Grants to Arts Organizations program that was also administered by the Arts Commission. This will not apply to everybody who will be completing an application. But in case you do, please get in your final reports. Eligible organizations should be in good standing with the federal government and not barred from receiving public funds from these or other public sources. So when grants are awarded, they can be utilized during the grant period of August 1st of 2022 through July 30th of 2023. Support for organizations is limited to any or all of the following: salary support for full or partial staff members, and this can be for one or more staff positions. Funds can support existing jobs, new jobs, or restore jobs that were furloughed or eliminated due to the pandemic. Facilities costs such as mortgage, rent, and utilities. Fees or stipends for artists and or contractual personnel to support the services organizations provide. Costs associated with health and safety supplies for staff and or visitors or audiences, and marketing and promotion costs to get people back into your spaces. A bit about the review process. The panel will consist of volunteers composed of leaders of arts and culture organizations who are outside of the region, and awards will be prioritized to organizations with budgets of less than $300,000. However, larger organizations are encouraged to apply. The panel will also seek to assure geographic coverage across all of the 15 counties mentioned earlier in Northwest Ohio. Panelists will score applications based on their ability to demonstrate the following: artistic merit and excellence, inclusion, diversity, equity, and access, organizational capacity, and organizational need. These are the things we're also required to report back on. So our process during the reporting process will be to gather this information from you, the grantees. We'll ask you to reflect back on your application and the goals you set. Grant request amounts. Grant applications in this category cannot exceed more than 50% of the applicant organization's annual operating budget. This is based on the organization's projected fiscal year 2022 budget. Please upload your organization's fiscal year 21 or most recently completed fiscal year budget to actual numbers. Please also upload the approved budget for which you're currently operating in fiscal year 2022. You may also share your proposed fiscal year 2023 budget as an optional upload. Grant awards will be made in the following fixed amounts: $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and $25,000. Applications are now open and guidelines have been posted to the Arts Commission's website. On May 19th, we will also be holding virtual office hours from 10:30 to 12:30 p.m. and our website will include a link for login information to a Zoom room. If this time does not work for anybody who has questions, you can reach out to us and we'd be happy to schedule another time to meet with you and talk about the application process. You have until May 27th to submit your application. The application will close at 11:59 p.m. on the day of May 27th. And we anticipate the panel review taking place for the week of June 13th. And we will compile agreements and send out necessary paperwork around the first week of July, by July 8th. And then once those are signed and completed and returned back to us, we will begin site visits and assisting you to prepare for final reports through September of next year. We will be making in-person site visits during the granting period to verify compliance with NEA general guidelines and art funding requirements. Again, these are posted on our website for you to view, and we recommend viewing that document before you begin the application in the Good Grant system. Photocopies or scans of original receipts and payroll records will be required as proof that funds were expended during the grant period. Copies of bank statements may be requested as part of financial reporting as well. Awardees will be required to submit a final report narrative through the Good Grants platform by October 31st, 2023. Narrative reporting will request that funded organizations reflect back on their application and document their success in delivering the programming discussed in the areas of artistic merit and excellence, inclusion, diversity, equity, and access, organizational capacity, and organizational need. These are some very important links. The first is a link to our website, again, where guidelines and important information on training videos and office hour login information will be held. Once you have viewed the guidelines, you'll be ready to visit artscommission.grantplatform.com. This is how you will enter the Good Grant system to start your application. There will be multiple opportunities open when you are in the system. The one you will be selecting is the NEA Recovery Subgrants to Organizations. Here's what the page will look like when you create your login. You will want to be sure to register, create a password, and then confirm your account by checking your email before you can get started. Then you will see some available funding opportunities. Again, you will be looking for the NEA Rescue Plan grant details. And then down at the bottom under My Applications is where you will click the button to start your application. And this is also where your in-progress application will be shown. A single grant writer may submit on behalf of multiple organizations using the same login information. You'll just want to be sure to title your application clearly so that it's easy for you to stay organized, but they will all be held under the My Applications heading. And then while you're in the Good Grant system, you'll see various tabs. If you're working in the system, it should save your work as you go, but we strongly recommend creating a Word document template of all the questions that you complete in full outside of the Good Grant system, then copy and paste once you are prepared to submit. We suggest doing this as a backup, but don't anticipate you experiencing any issues with Good Grants. Again, your saved application will exist under My Applications, and you should be able to view this as a PDF once you hit submit to save for your own records or re-enter into the Good Grants platform to view your grant or previous submissions at a later date. There will be another potential opportunity for some organizations applying for this NEA opportunity. All nonprofit arts and culture organizations in the city of Toledo and Lucas County only will be eligible to apply to a recovery subgrants. This RFP will be released in June. So applicants can apply for the same categories of expenses, but cannot apply for the same expenses covered under the NEA subgrants. We'll be releasing some information in the coming weeks. Jennifer, do you have anything to add to that slide?
No, I think you covered everything. Thank you.
And finally, here's some important information about upcoming office hours on May 19th. And we'll also be sharing links via email with you all. All the important links that were mentioned in this presentation will be sent to you. And you can also submit your email in a Google form to sign up to be notified of other upcoming opportunities through your email. So please visit our website for login information for those office hours and to view guidelines. And this concludes our presentation. We have addressed some questions from our original presentation held on the 11th and included it in this updated recording. But if you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to Jennifer or I, and we can answer any of those questions as a team. Thank you so much.